Hello there, very good evening and a warm welcome to the news live on Rupavahini ChannelEye. I'm Sharon Mascarenhas.
I'm Uvin Hettiarachchi and here are today's headlines. Sri Lanka is in the 4th place among countries in the world in the rate of vaccination. A systematic program to safeguard the environment. Sri Lanka ranked among the best 5 tourist destinations in the world. Sri Lankan Paralympic medal winners and several others received cash prizes. Lockdown restrictions have been withdrawn in many parts of Australia. 2 million persons displaced in China due to floods.
On to the stories in detail now, starting off with local news. The Ministry of Health says that Sri Lanka has secured the 4th place in the world in COVID vaccination program. Minister Dr. Kelia Rambukwala says that this reflects the success of the local vaccination program. Minister Dr. Kelia Rambukwala said that taken as a whole, the vaccinating targets have been fulfilled 100% of those above the age of 30 years. He added that Sri Lanka was earlier among the first 10 countries but has advanced to the 4th place in the vaccination program. A program to vaccinate university students and academic and non-academic staff has commenced today. The program is being conducted in all universities and in affiliated institutions. Those between the ages of 20 to 30 years are being vaccinated at these locations. The students could get themselves inoculated at a university closer to their place of residence. It is compulsory to produce university identity card or any document that could establish identity in order to receive the vaccine. The program will be conducted till next Friday. Administering of the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine to residents in Dikwala Medical Officer of Health Division has taken place at Vijitha National School in Matra today. The Sri Lanka Army is extending assistance in the program. A total of 27,102,057 vaccine doses have been inoculated under the COVID-19 immunization program thus far. A total of 40,703,606 persons have been received the first dose of the vaccine, while 12,398,451 have received both doses thus far. A total of 419 COVID-19 patients were identified from the country today. Accordingly, the number of active cases in the country has increased to 33,020. A total of 402 recoveries were reported today, increasing the overall tally to 480,499. The Director General of Health Services has reported today 23 COVID-19 related deaths which occurred yesterday. 18 out of them were those above the age of 60 years. The number of victims between the ages of 30 and 59 years is 5. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga has instructed authorities to recommence civil air flights between Colombo and Jaffna, which have been suspended due to the corona pandemic. Plans are underway to resume operations by the middle of next month. The minister has instructed the Airport and Aviation Services Company to look into the possibility of conducting daily flights which had been carried out twice a week prior to the imposition of the lockdown. The government has also focused attention to immediately resume direct flights between Jaffna and Chennai, which had also been suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The Deputy Director General of Health Services, Dr. Hemantha Herath, urged the university students to obtain their vaccines prior to the reopening of universities in the country. He also made remarks over the expected increase in public movement during the upcoming long weekend period.
We are expecting a long weekend in the coming days, and we know that we are expecting a large number of group of people and individuals would like to go out, as we have been confined to our homes for the last few weeks or few months, and we do not want anybody to restrict their opportunities to have any kind of leisure that they are expecting to have. However, we need to understand that if everyone go out during this long weekend, we also might contribute to this large gathering of people that will be in a way contributing to formation of a cluster of cases, given that we are detecting over 500 cases even nowadays, and there can be large number of undetected persons spreading the disease all over the country. So therefore, we would like to request everyone who are planning to go out during the long weekend to postpone it as much as possible if it is not essential. For your own safety, I would like to request everyone to think twice. Make sure that you are not exposed to such an unwanted exposure during the weekend. With regards to the vaccination of university students, universities have already informed the time and places to which the students should come to get the vaccine, and we believe that all university students will get their vaccines as early as possible. And there had been so many misbeliefs, misinformation going around regarding the vaccination of young children or young persons. I hope that the all university students will take this opportunity, despite this kind of misinformation and other things, to get the vaccines for themselves, because that will prevent formation of a cluster of cases within the university once the university is started, because you will be having some kind of protection against the infection if you get the vaccine. Especially, you will not spread the disease to the other people. If you get your vaccine, you are very unlikely to spread the disease to your home front. That is, the elderly people, sick people who are at home also will be protected if you get your vaccination early.
Director of Maternal and Child Health Family Health Bureau, Dr. Chitramali De Silva, says that a decision has been reached to provide hospitalized care for COVID-19 positive mothers following the decline of number of infections in the country. She made these remarks while speaking at a media briefing today.
During the last few weeks, we have noticed that the number of pregnant mothers with COVID infection has come down. Therefore, Ministry of Health decided to provide in-ward care or hospitalized care for all COVID positive pregnant mothers in our hospitals. So this decision was taken because the pregnant mothers are getting complications when they contract the disease, and also they are more likely to get other complications like respiratory problems and also the preterm delivery for the baby or sometimes the low birth weight. Therefore, it is advisable for all pregnant mothers to be admitted to a hospital if they become COVID positive, and also these mothers have to be managed by a multidisciplinary team of specialists. So they have to plan for the delivery, they have to plan for the disease management. So therefore, these mothers have to be managed in a hospital, and the decision was taken to provide better care. I request all the pregnant mothers who become COVID positive to be admitted to the closest specialized hospital where there is a obstetrician and gynecologist and other facilities are available. Always have a contact with your area public health midwife and the MOH and arrange the admission to the hospital.
Meanwhile, the National Program Manager of Maternal and Child Morbidity and Mortality Surveillance for Family Health Bureau, Dr. Kapila Jayaratne, says that prevention is the key to avert any spread of COVID-19 virus among children. He made these remarks during a media briefing today.
We have launched a surveillance system to capture all the COVID-related child death throughout the country from the hospital sources and also from the field. By last week, we have the data from epidemiology unit. Nearly 69,130 children below the age of 18 years have contracted the COVID-19 disease. 1 week back, we have detailed data around 54,000 children below the age of 18 years have contracted the disease. This is out of 440,000 total cases. It comes to about 12%. By yesterday, we have been reported of 71 child COVID deaths. When you look at the timing of reporting of these cases, we saw many cases, 25 cases in the month of August and 19 cases in the month of September. So when we look at the presence of comorbidities in these children, nearly 72% had some sort of comorbidity. Majority of them were malignancies, then congenital heart disease and brain diseases, central nervous system diseases, and prematurity and low birth weight. What we can do to prevent your child from getting the illness is prevention. All those children who died were at home, and as parents and as adults, we have a moral responsibility to safeguard our children. So the first thing is, don't take your children outside unnecessarily. If you happen to take them outside, always wear a mask, and the other precautions you have to take, always maintain the social distance, adhere to respiratory etiquette, and teach them how to wash their hands. And the other most important thing is, when you go outside and come back, don't take your children closer to you. So you always wash your hands, have a bath, and then go near to your children. And other most important thing is, if there is a person with fever, cough or COVID-like symptoms, please keep that person away from your children. And also, if your child gets symptoms, don't wait. Without any delay, go to a qualified doctor in your vicinity, or we recommend to go to a government hospital. Our healthcare system is well prepared to look after your child, and do not hesitate to go to hospital. And always adhere to what the doctors say, what they advise, and come back if they ask. With those steps, we can save the lives of our children.
A media briefing to educate the relevant parties regarding the maintenance of common transport procedure following the removal of travel restrictions in the near future was held at the Government Information Department today. The meeting was attended by the General Manager of Railways, Dhammika Jayasundara, and the Chairman of Sri Lanka Transport Board, Attorney at Law, Kingsley Ranawaka. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Attorney at Law Kingsley Ranawaka, said that presently 3,500 buses are being operated on the regional level. The remaining buses will be deployed for services upon relaxing of the interprovincial travel restrictions. General Manager of Railways, Dhammika Jayasundara, said that Department of Railways will commence services upon brief notification. The services will be conducted based on corona condition. Plans are underway to operate around 130 train journeys daily. State Minister Dilum Amunugama said at a media briefing in Kandy today that the government has not taken any decision regarding the increasing of fuel prices or increase of bus fares.
Former member of the Election Commission, Jeevan Tyagaraja, has been appointed as the governor of the Northern Province. He was sworn in before President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the President's office this afternoon.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has presided over the opening of the Voluntary Task Force Sayura Rakinaralla and the Marine Environmental Protection Training Institute at the Temple Trees today. The Marine Environmental Protection Authority has organized the event in parallel to the International Beach Cleaning Day, which fell on the 18th of last month. The Sayura Rakinaralla will commence operations as a voluntary task force engaged in cleaning of beaches. The Marine Environmental Protection Training Institute, or the MEPA Academy, has been established with the objective of providing employment opportunities and knowledge in the marine field. Signing of an agreement of understanding between the Marine University and the Peradeniya University pertaining to the establishment of the MEPA Academy and also the unveiling of the official logo of the Academy have taken place at the presence of the Prime Minister. Presentation of the commemoration stamp and the first day cover issued in connection with the International Beach Cleaning Day also took place. The Prime Minister has been presented with a set of marine protection equipment donated by the Government of Australia and the United Nations for the purpose of safeguarding the marine environment. The acting Australian High Commissioner of Sri Lanka, Amanda Jewell, and permanent representative of the United Nations, Robert Jugum, have participated in the event. A song tape of the Sayura Rakinaralla was presented to the Prime Minister by singers Bhathiya Jayakoti and Santosh Veeraman.
The prices of litro and love's gas has been revised with effect from midnight yesterday. The price of a 12.5 kilogram cylinder of litro gas has been increased by 1,175 rupees. Accordingly, the new price is 2,675 rupees. The price of a 5 kilogram litro gas cylinder has been increased by 473 rupees. The new price is 1,071 rupees. A 2.3 kilogram cylinder has also been increased by 270 rupees and the new price is 506 rupees. The Loves company has also increased the prices of its gas gas produce. The price of a 12.5 kilogram Love's gas cylinder has gone up to 984 rupees and the new price is 2,840. A 5 kilogram Love cylinder price has also gone up by 393 rupees to the new price of 1,136. Chairman of the Love's Holdings Company, WKH Vagapitiya, said that the main reason attributed to price increases has been the unusual LP gas price hikes in the international market in the past 1.5 years. The price of 1 metric ton of gas, which was $350 in January 2020, has increased to $895 today. He added that they are expecting the gas price to exceed $1,000 with the commencement of the winter season. In addition, depreciation of the rupee value and the COVID pandemic as well as other factors have contributed to the escalation of prices. In the face of such circumstances, the gas companies have been experiencing severe losses. The government has withdrawn price controlling last week and paved the way to determine the prices according to the market conditions. The prices have gone up as a result. The chairman added that hereafter, the gas prices will be changed according to the ups and downs in the world market. There is a possibility of a decrease in prices in January or February next year.
The General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna parliamentarian and attorney at law Sagara Karyawasam said that the government is reluctant to increase the prices of consumer items. He further stated that the government's intention is to control all the prices of goods and services as soon as the country regains normalcy after the ending of the corona pandemic. The parliamentarian was addressing a media briefing of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna in Colombo today. Parliamentarian and attorney at law Sagara Karyawasam said that this is not a condition which could not be controlled through laws. An increase in the commodity items are a thing that they dislike. He added that they were against a party increasing prices in essential items at a time when the country was under lockdown. He added that we have to accept the fact that prices tend to increase under COVID situation. He said that 100% increase in shipping charges. Therefore, the government was compelled to face the situation and take appropriate measures. He also said the government has been successful in its endeavour not to remove any workers from the workforce. The government has resolved many problems by cutting salaries at a time when many other countries were expelling workers from their jobs.
Minister Udaya Gammanpilla has requested the Petroleum Corporation Joint Trade Union Collective to come for a television debate with him without spreading rumours regarding selling oil tanks to India. Minister Udaya Gammanpilla said that if they believe that they say is true and what the minister is saying is false, he is prepared to join their struggle to protect the oil tanks. Minister added that, however, if it was proven that they were saying it was false, they should apologize to the general public for misguiding them with the false information. It has also been disclosed at a media briefing that the Petroleum Corporation has incurred a loss of 70 billion rupees until the 31st of August due to not increasing oil prices.
The Ministry of Sports has presented 50 million rupees to Sri Lanka's first ever gold medalist in Paralympic Games, Dinesh Priyantha. A further 10 million rupees has been donated by Sri Lanka Cricket Institute. The cash gift was handed over at a felicitation ceremony of the sports personnel at the Sports Ministry today. Sri Lanka won a gold medal and a bronze medal at the recently concluded Paralympic Games. 9 competitors have been represented in the country at the tournament. Dinesh Priyantha brought a maiden Paralympic gold medal to the island in the F646 javelin throwing event, along with establishing a new world record as well. Sri Lanka's bronze medal winner at this event was Samita Dulan, who has excelled in the F44 javelin throwing event. Samita Dulan has also received 20 million rupees from Sports Ministry and 1 million rupees from the Sri Lankan cricket today in recognition of his unique performance. The Sports Ministry has also presented 2.5 million rupees to Palitha Bandara, who took part in the pot shot throwing event. In addition, Priyamal Jayakodi, who displayed exceptional skills in rowing event as well as athletics, Madhuranga Subasinghe, Sampath Hettiarachchi and Kumudu Priyanka were also presented with 1 million rupees each by the Sports Ministry. The trainer of the gold medalist Dinesh Priyantha and bronze medalist Samita Dulan has received 17.75 million rupees from the Sports Ministry. The other coaches, UPD Pereira, Sanjit Jayalal, A.R. Ratnayaka and Lasantha Valikala have also received cash gifts.
Sri Lanka has been included among 5 best tourist destinations according to an international rating. This was the outcome of a reader survey conducted by frontline global tourism magazine Condé Nast in Traveller. The Condé Nast Traveller magazine of Britain annually declare the world's best tourist destinations targeting tourist markets with higher incomes. In a survey conducted for the year 2021, Sri Lankan has been chosen as the 5th best tourist destination through the voting preferences of the readers. Sri Lanka included in the rankings last year as well. Yet a special feature has been that Sri Lanka has further consolidated its position this year. Venerable Muruthettuwe Anandathera and representatives of the Teachers' Trade Union have met Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today. The meeting has taken place at Temple Trees. Minister of Education Dinesh Gunawardena was also present. A meeting between Venerable Muruthettuwe Anandathera and members of the Podujana Educational Services Teacher Union has taken place this morning. Venerable Muruthettuwe Anandathera said that they have to be a little flexible on behalf of the nation and the children. He has requested the members of the union to extend cooperation in the program to reopen schools on the 21st of this month. The Venerable Thera further said that they are ready to conduct talks with the authorities and grant redress to their just grievances. President of the Podujana Educational Services Teacher Union, Vasantha Handapangoda, said that there have been influences and threats from numerous quarters. Nobody should make them hostages to such threats. There are education terrorists who are engaged in work stoppages. The education of the country should not be left to be destroyed. She has pledged to extend their fullest support to safeguard education and to brighten the future of the students. Meanwhile, the national organizer of the Sinhala National Joint Collective, Chanaka Bandara, says that they are pleased over the decision of the government to reopen schools.
99% of construction is reported to have been completed in the first section of the first stage of the Northern Western Province Maha Ella Development Project. The Ministry of Irrigation says that the overall construction of the project has been expedited. The Northwestern Province Maha Ella Development Project is being implemented under the Maha Valley Water Conservation Investment Program. The surplus water of the Bovan-Tetua and Nalanda reservoirs are being directed to the reservoir through canals. The massive water quantity is being directed to the Northwestern Province through a 9-kilometre long underground canal constructed from the Valley Medilla Reservoir. 40,000 families will be benefited. The project is expected to be completed by 2024. It will also irrigate 13,000 hectares of land in both seasons.
A national program in connection with the International Girls' Day, which falls today, was conducted at the National Child Protection Authority Auditorium today. The theme of the event was Digital Generation in Our Generation. The International Day was declared by UN in 2012. It facilitates to provide special opportunities to the girls overcoming inequalities based on gender differences. It also recognizes the access to the rights of education, nutrition, medical facilities and other benefits to the female child as well. The Sri Lanka Telecom Institute has introduced the special telephone number 1929 to make complaints on social problems faced by young females. A special feature of the ceremony has been the presentation of a scholarship to Devni Ransara Rajapaksa of Bamaranda Saddharma Rajama Vidyalaya in Ratmale, who has secured A passes in all 9 subjects at the GC Ordinary Level examination this year.
120 sewing machines were handed over to a minor garment industries in Moratuwa today. The value of the items presented was 5 million rupees. The new Board of Directors of the Sri Lanka Institute of Local Government has commenced duties today. State Minister Roshan Ranasinghe has presided over the event. The Buddha Jayanti Primary School in Hakmana is to be developed as a fully fledged school. Prime Minister's Secretary Gamini Senrath was engaged in an inspection tour of the school. The Senarath Foundation has engaged in another project to construct a new school at a cost of 300 million rupees through the contribution and of the philanthropies without using any state funds. Minister of Indigenous Medicine, Sisara Jayakodi, has presided over the construction of the largest herbal gardens in Kalutara district yesterday. It will be set up in the Green City in Kalutara. Reconstruction of the Digantala Road in Horana has commenced yesterday under the direction of the State Minister Vidura Vikrama Nayaka. That's it for tonight's English News Update. Thank you for joining us. Good night.